had like completely lost hope at that point. I was gonna have to miss my flight. It was very dramatic and very sad. This kind of stuff never happens to me.
We have more news to come.
Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. I'm Morgan and Will is currently not here because, as you might have seen in a couple weeks back video, he had to go back to Sweden and he had to go back without me because our days didn't line up. However, that's not the only reason why I didn't go back with him. We didn't really talk about it because it was just a sticky situation and we didn't want to jinx anything. Whatever. Basically, my passport was expiring in like a year from now. So in order for me to apply for permanent residency in Sweden, I needed a new passport so that we didn't have to go through the application process all over again when my passport ran out. So when we got back to the US, we submitted to renew my passport. I think we actually did a video of the day that we went to go get like a new picture for me. I'll link it up here. We were like, we have 3 months. This is gonna be plenty of time for me to get a new passport. And like, that's when we were still trying to figure out if we were gonna go back together. We were gonna try to plan it on the 9th to be back on the 10th in Sweden so that he was leaving the US on his last day and I was entering Sweden on my first day. Because of COVID and everything, passports have just been so backed up. We even expedited it and we thought that it would be here in plenty of time for me to go back. But as July passed, August started to roll in really quickly and I still didn't have a passport. I was going to every length that I possibly could to figure out where my passport was, how I could get it in time, but nobody could give me answers. I literally called the like generic passport number probably like 6 or 7 times and waited on hold for like an hour just to talk to somebody who told me that they couldn't do anything for me. So when Will was leaving, my plan was to go back to Sweden just 2 weeks after Will went back, but I still didn't have my passport. And I had a travel date, and apparently if you have a travel date, you should be able to call 2 weeks before and hopefully get an appointment. For some reason, they couldn't book me an appointment and nobody could tell me why. I was basically panicking. Like the morning that Will left for Sweden, I called the passport office and they told me that all I could do was just check online. The entire time that like we've been waiting for my passport, my status online has said not available. I had like completely lost hope at that point. I was like, if my passport hasn't come by now, like how is it just magically gonna come in the next few weeks? So Will left, as you all saw. It was very dramatic and very sad, and we're back to doing long distance. And after he left, I have just been like desperate for any answer that I could possibly find. It is very nerve-wracking when your partner is in another country and you don't even have a passport to like eventually go meet them. I technically am allowed back in Sweden on the 10th, and without a passport, I obviously can't go anywhere. So I was like talking to one of my best friends and she was like, have you looked if there's like a Facebook group or like other people going through this? I don't know why I hadn't thought of that before, but I basically went online and found the like visa and passport Facebook group, and they have saved my life because today my passport came in the freaking mail. I'm supposed to leave for Sweden in like 3 days. And I literally can't believe that I'm holding this in my hand right now. It has been the most stressful past couple of weeks. And I literally thought that my passport was not gonna come and that I was gonna have to miss my flight. I even booked a backup flight for like a week later, just in case. Essentially, I was just calling like the generic like passport hotline, and I had been emailing them and like they were giving me no answers. So I went on the Facebook group and I was reading other people's experiences, and they had said that your passport locator number indicates which state your passport has gone to like be processed. Basically, I found out that my passport ended up in New Hampshire. So I ended up finding the direct phone number for New Hampshire, and I called them every day this week, told them my travel date. They've been nothing but helpful. Like every single person on there has been like, it should be here by the end of the week. The processing team is aware of your travel date and they will start working on it when it's like a few days before your flight. I just had to trust that they were telling me the truth, and yeah, so last night my status finally went from not available to in process, and then by the end of the day it went from in process to shipped. And I got a UPS notification that it was on the way, and they overnighted it, and it literally showed up on my doorstep this morning. So I am going to continue packing. I can't believe that I'm going to Sweden next week. I've been in the mindset of I'm gonna pack just in case and hope for the best, but I've been trying to figure out a backup plan because I've been thinking that I'm not gonna be able to go when my flight is booked for. So I am like over the moon. I could not be more grateful. If you're waiting on a passport and your travel day is approaching, don't lose hope, but take action. I would recommend figuring out where it is and calling them directly and ignoring the 877 number because they were, sorry to say, but useless. So I am gonna call Will. I told him yesterday that I think my passport is on the way, but I haven't told him that I have it yet. So I'm gonna FaceTime him. Hopefully he's like excited. It's gonna be on camera. Okay, let's see. You're probably not gonna be able to see his face, but you'll be able to hear his reaction. He better freaking answer. You know, he's like super busy today and he's made a lot of plans, but oh no, I don't want audio. I want video.
Hello, beautiful.
Hi.
Hey! Look at that image. Oh, God is good. That is a brand spanking new American passport, isn't it?
Can you believe it? Say hi to our YouTube channel. The picture couldn't be more horrible than it is.
Yeah, I think it looks great, honey. Maybe in a week's time you'll be here.
I can't believe it.
I love you the most. I'll talk to you later.
Love you, bye. I'm going back to Sweden to see my family.
Like, this is incredible. Just a week ago, I was crying because I had no idea when I was gonna see her. We've been calling hours and hours, and yeah, she's heading here. Like, I can't believe it. Like, she's coming next week. Soon we'll be together again.
It's not going well. I'm like trying to fit my life into this big suitcase. It's already literally at 50 pounds, the limit. I don't even have any of my shoes in here yet. I am all over the place today. I have my breakfast in the car because I'm running a little behind. But I leave for Sweden today. Kind of. I have to go to Boston first, and then tomorrow I go overnight to Amsterdam, and then Amsterdam to Sweden. I'm going to get COVID tested for my flight, and then I'll be on my way. Remember how I said that I was going to only take one big suitcase? Yeah, well, I'm taking two. Right on schedule. I made myself a little lunch. I'm gonna eat when I get there, hoping that I get there a little bit early, and then I'll be on my way to Boston. I'm going back home where my family is. Literally chaos. There's like so many people traveling right now. But I'm about to board my flight to Boston. Thank God. I'm sweating bullets like I ran a marathon. I made it to Boston last night. I got in really late. It was a little bit chaotic, so I didn't film anything. But I got to the rental car place and I walked up to the guy and he was like, "What's your last name?" And he pulled up my reservation to see that I like paid for the cheapest car available. And he was like, "Well, we're out of clown cars, so you're in for a treat." And he walked me over to like this brand new, super nice BMW. It's been a dream, like driving this. I feel like this kind of stuff never happens to me, so I'm just trying to bask in this nice car that I've gotten to drive for the last 12 hours. Yeah, so I'm picking up some lunch and then I'm going to head to the airport like a few hours early because I just don't want to be stressed on time. I want to check my bags and then I'm just gonna chill before I have to fly overnight and probably not sleep at all because I can't sleep on planes. But I'm so excited to finally be back in Sweden. I know that we were only apart for 2 weeks this time, but it's also just been a whirlwind with my passport and everything, so I just feel so much relief being able to fly there today. And the second that I hit Swedish ground and get through customs and get my bags, I'm just gonna be like so relieved. Stay tuned, I'll be at the airport soon after I chomp down some sweet green one last time before leaving America for a very long time. Got the goods. Amsterdam. I have one more flight to get to Sweden, just like 2 hours left. My flight's a little delayed, but we should be taking off soon.
I'm on my way to the airport, going to pick up Morgan. How exciting isn't this? I can't freaking believe that I'm about to see her and that I'm about to pick her up. It's insane. Next up, the airport. What do you say, Callie? We're picking mommy up. We're getting mommy. How do you feel about that? I'm excited. Into the forest we go. Sweetland.
We're back.
I can't believe you're here. Can you believe you're here?
No, I'm jet lagged.
Jet lagged and tired, but morning walks in the forest. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. We're back together, so yeah. No more content by ourselves.
It was just a short little go this time, thank God.
Thank God.
Surprisingly.
We have more news to come. Why also Morgan is here, because it's not only the passport. There are other things, other factors that
make it so I'm allowed to be here right now.
So yeah, we'll talk more about that in
Callie's
future
like, I'm
videos.
ready to go.
See you next week.
Bye.